Hi everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are as always your hosts.
Arne and Carlos. And I was waiting for you to say that actually. We're as always your hosts, Arne and Carlos. And here we are ready to do a new podcast. This is episode 9 of our super fun knit along, hoping that everybody gets to knit their Christmas stocking before the Christmas frenzy takes over in December. So
we have the whole of November.
You have the whole of November to do it. Every day we reveal 6 new rows. And 6 new rows is pretty achievable. Some people knit it in 18 minutes. Some people knit it in 2 hours. Some people maybe knit it in 9 minutes. So tell us in the comments down below how long it takes you to knit 6 rounds. We'd love to know.
But it's not a competition.
It's certainly not a competition. And on average, Arne knits 18 or 6 rounds in 18 minutes. But he himself says it's because he's knitting upside down, because he has to knit for the camera as well.
Upside down?
Yeah, you kind of knitting it like that, and then you have to look like that. Camera. So if you knit it regularly, maybe it would be quicker. But we don't know that. But we do know that to record, it takes 18 minutes to do the 6 rows. And this knit along is completely free.
So just go to the blog. Or the website?
Yeah, go to the website.
Website after this, and then it's out.
Yeah, go to arnecarlos.com and then select the blog from the menu, or just go to arnecarlos.com/blog, and you can download today's 6 rounds immediately after the podcast is over. Yeah. We do want to keep the suspense a little bit, therefore we do not open the release of the pattern until a little bit later after the podcast, because that gives us the privilege to reveal it ourselves first, which is nice.
We like that.
We do. Yeah. We've been cleaning all summer.
The whole summer. I feel I'm cleaning the whole year.
Yeah, it's an archaeological. It's been like an archaeologist dig, like a center for archaeology somewhere, or like digging up a historic city or something in Norway, which, as a matter of fact, has been Arne's layers upon layers upon layers of things.
Some things that are yours also.
Yeah, like a random sock that I may have lost on the way. Mess. But yeah, it's like an archaeology, like a digging site for some sort of.
And I'm a regular customer at the garbage place. It's free, so it's not a customer. But they never come up to me and explain me where to put stuff,
because
I know everything. I know what's going in different kind of woods, and if it's hard plastic or plastic from the household, or if it's deponi, which can be a lot of different things, like ceramics are not going into the glass.
Yeah, so we have been throwing away a lot of stuff. We have been recycling a lot of stuff, and then we have carefully revealed, the layers upon layers of things in the old room that Arne, or in the room that Arne used to work in. Yeah. Now he has a new room. Everything's in his place.
So far.
And I keep telling him, Arne, I keep telling you, your life will be easier if you take something out, and then when you finish with it, you put it back in where it belongs. That way you never lose track of anything, instead of just leaving it out.
But now I'm more organized.
And then burying it with other things.
Drawers, and I have bookshelves.
Yes. Well, you do. Yeah, I agree.
It's more organized now.
For the moment.
So for the moment.
And let's see how long it lasts.
Yeah, I hope it will last. Because if not, we have to buy a door and close the door to the room, because it's open now.
Yeah, otherwise I'll go nuts.
I know. You're so organized.
Yeah. No, it's just, just learn how to put things in their place.
But talking about organizations, because since I'm cleaning all the time, all those photo albums we have lying around, and some of the pictures we took back in the like
in the
80s,
early
70s.
No,
this is from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
We took so many bad pictures.
Well, we do with the iPhone today too. There's a big difference though. Yeah, exactly.
Back then you had to go to and copy them, and you got everything. So now I am actually going through all the photo albums, and if you go back to the 70s or 80s, some of the pictures are brown. or yellow or green. So I take a picture and I put it in the computer and I go to Photoshop and I adjust the colors, but only the good ones because there were so many pictures.
So
let us show you one example.
Let us show you some examples and let us comment them as well. Tell you what they are.
What is this?
So this is a garden back in the old days, and believe it or not, there's a dog there, a border collie. Her name was Lida.
This is a picture of Lida.
And she was our dog before Freya. And yeah, I mean...
Why do we keep something like that?
Well, you didn't know
you can't even see her.
Arne, you didn't know you took that crappy picture until you got it developed, the film.
No, but I still kept it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a border collie there somewhere.
And then I have another good one. This is probably you who took a picture of me.
Okay, yeah,
this is a picture of me in when was that? Probably around 2000.
Yeah. This is when our house was red. A wonderful picture of Arne.
That's a picture of me in the garden.
Yeah.
This brings me joy. That was that's why I kept it. So that's me in the corner.
Okay.
With a hat.
And then we have a great one here that we don't even know what way around it is.
That was one. So why do we keep it?
I don't know. This is from 2005. Sorry, I was disappearing here. But yeah, this one...
You're always disappearing.
Sorry. This one can be God knows what direction, but
it's
it looks like that.
It's interesting iron work from somewhere in the world.
Somewhere we don't even know where that is. Although I do suspect if it's 2005, it could be from Hydra in Greece.
It could be Hydra.
Or it could be from somewhere in Mexico, because that's the year we went to Mexico first time. Yeah. So yeah.
But does it bring you joy?
No, this one. No.
But why do we keep this picture? But actually, it's kind of interesting to see how the garden has changed.
That's true, yeah.
But it's not a picture of the garden. It's a picture of a dog.
But I found something that does give us joy, in the archaeologists or in our archaeological digs up in the study or in Arne's old room. We have uncovered many layers of things. Lots of crappy things like that.
Precious.
But occasionally you find something that is actually valuable, at least to us anyway. And this one
is valuable.
This one I'm so happy we found. It's a little Volkswagen Beetle brooch. Actually, it's a brooch.
My plan was to
in silver. It's silver.
It's silver.
It's a silver brooch.
But it has getting dark.
And I think you can just put it...
You can see it down there. But my plan was to put it on when we were driving the Beetle around. But...
oh yeah, you can put it out. Let me try.
But it's it's been out in the air.
Yeah, it needs some it needs some polishing.
It needs polishing. And we bought this from our friend in Paris. She's an antique dealer.
Oh, look at you now.
And we went on a holiday to, what's the place we went to?
Oloron. It's one of the islands outside of La Rochelle.
And there was a lot of flea markets, and she also attended the flea market.
Well, she sells.
She sold stuff.
She's a brocanteur or brocanteur or whatever.
And she had the Beetle, and I just had to have it. And it's silver. Yeah. But I found this one, the plastic, because if you polish this one for me, I will put it in the plastic bag, it won't get dark. It's the same as we do with the jewelry for the folk costumes.
Yeah, we have a little cloth that has already the polish on it that you can buy in any arts and crafts store, any Husfliden store in Norway, because of our folk costumes that we all wear with silver buttons. Mm-hmm. Although Arne and I opted out of silver buttons. We got pewter buttons instead, because it's too much hassle. Yeah. And, if you take out a 0, that's how much the pewter buttons cost compared to the silver.
But we have to clean this one now and keep it in the plastic bag so it doesn't get black, and I can use it for next summer. Mm-hmm. It's a nice thing.
Yeah. So
precious.
Arne, how about we reveal today's...
Today is a very special day.
Today's a special day, and it's all gone without you guys even knowing it. But here we go. So here is what we've done: 6 rows a day for 9 days, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. And now we are up to here. So you've got some nice rhombs in green with a white background.
I would say this is more like an X and an O.
Yeah.
That change colors, like the
X and O or a rhomb or something. And they're changing colors, and it is, maybe we'll add the red there, maybe not. But there is something here that you can't see, and it's on purpose because we didn't want to scare anybody, especially the new beginners. Today is heel day, actually. But this year we are drum rolling it. We are doing an easy way for the heel, and if we turn it around, we have got, as you can see here, an afterthought heel, which means that we're only knitting in this thread, and we're not going to think about the heel until we finish the whole design.
So that's the scrap yarn you knit in.
Exactly. So this is the scrap yarn, and you may remember that we've just recently done an episode, a revisit of the easiest sock in the world.
Yeah.
That you can watch, and that we aired in October.
Yeah. So
just go watch that, and you'll see exactly how we knit the scrap yarn, and then how we later on take it out and knit the heel. We've also added the instructions. So this particular episode, when you go to the blog and pick up the pattern, you also have a written instruction to explain what you do on that round.
I can say it quickly, because before you start the 6 rounds and before you do the first round of those 6, you take a piece of scrap yarn and you knit the 2 first needles, or if you're on the circular, you will knit the 36 stitches with half of the numbers with scrap yarn. And then you go back to the yarn where you had the yarn, and then you knit over the scrap yarn, and you don't think about the heel for a while.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you can just continue from the chart and knit the pattern.
So what I usually say, because we're going to take this out later on, so what I usually say is think of this yellow line here as an imaginary line. It's like the equator or the Arctic Circle. It's there.
It's moving.
It's there in theory, but it doesn't exist. And here on this side, you have an extra row of stitches that you don't have on this row, or on this side, because you've knitted from side to side, and then you've gone back and you picked up the regular yarn and you knit it again. So this is an imaginary line, and the stitches are just like that.
It's not even extra because you're taking it out later.
Right now it's an extra.
Now it's an extra, but it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything, and when we start knitting the heel, we take it out, and then and then the stitches are actually like this. So think about it that way.
And there's another good thing. There is not color work where you put the scrap yarn. It's just green under and over, so it's easier to pick up.
It's these rows here. So it's made purposely like that.
Yeah,
right?
we should make it easy this time.
Yeah. A very important tip is to leave a little bit of scrap yarn on both sides.
Yeah. And let it hang on the outside, because then it's easier to find the stitches later.
It's going to make your life easier. So those are our tips today. Now head over to the blog at arnecarlos.com/blog. You can download the pattern. You can knit today's 6 rounds and also read the written instructions. And on that pattern, we have also linked to the latest episode. So you will be able to click on the link, and it will take you to the how to knit the easiest sock in the world, which is how we call it.
I like that heel. I think that's
an easy heel.
It's very easy.
It's very easy. So go check that out. Go pick up your pattern and enjoy yourself. And don't be too concerned about the heel. It's going to be a fantastic heel. We promise you that.
Yeah, and if you want more action, we have a competition.
We do. So here we go. So we've got a really cool competition running this year where we will randomly select a lucky winner who will win our latest e-booklet that we have done for Rowan, and enough of the Rowan Norwegian wool yarn to knit one of the sweaters from this e-booklet in any size they want.
Yeah, and the inspiration for this collection is Svalbard. So we have the husky sweater, we have the dog sledge, we have cables, and we have polar bears. And the only thing you have to do is to answer this question. How many books have we published?
Yep, that's the question for this year. And we want you to put the answer in the comments down below. It's a number we're looking for, and we're going to give you a little hint. Wikipedia is not a reliable source, so you may want to look elsewhere if you want to get the correct answer.
Yeah.
And you can put the answer down preferably once per day during this knit along, and that will increase your chances. But please do not put the answer more than once per day, because then you will be ghosted by YouTube, and you do not want that to happen. So once a day is pretty much enough. Yeah. And we will announce the lucky winner in December. So this will be a fine Christmas, well, one person will get a really fine Christmas present from Arne and me in the post as well.
So remember to like and subscribe, and if you're a subscriber, put on that notification bell, because then you won't miss an episode.
Yep, and make sure to interact with our content, as that really helps us here on YouTube. And last but not least, for additional content, make sure to look at the offer that we have for members. Becoming a member means that you will get 15-minute catch-ups with us every week. We do live streams where we offer our knitting help and expertise. We've got shenanigans in the kitchen and shenanigans, well, actually, shenanigans pretty much wherever we go. And then there's fun things like badges and emojis and other kind of content like that. So if you want to become a member, or if you want to consider it, all you need to do is visit our channel at Arne Carlos, go to the subscribe button, and next to the subscribe button, you've got a join button. Join by clicking and then selecting your tier. And we look forward to seeing you for that additional content as well. And if not, it's perfectly okay. We look forward to seeing you here every day for our knit along, and then for our usual episodes on Sundays.
Yes.
Yep. So thank you for watching, and we will catch up with you very, very soon again. Bye.
Bye.